Marquette Golf Club, 100 years of resilience, tradition, and community. Nestled among the rolling hills of Michigan's Upper Peninsula, overlooking the shores of Lake Superior, the club has become one of the region's most treasured destinations. Today, golfers travel from across the state and the country to experience its beauty, its history, and its unmistakable character. But Marquette Golf Club has always been more than just golf. Since its founding in 1926, the club has been woven into the fabric of the Marquette community. Generations of families have created memories here, from childhood rounds with parents and grandparents to friendships and traditions that continue to this very day. The original 9 holes opened in 1926, designed by renowned Golden Age architects William Langford and Theodore Moreau. In 1968, a second 9 designed by David Gill expanded the course into what members now affectionately call the Langford Loop and the Gill 9. Over the last century, countless individuals have helped shape the club into what it is today. More than 40 presidents, hundreds of board members, dedicated employees, 7 head golf professionals. Thomas Percy Cook, Pat Gustafson, Russ Leonard, Harry Flora, Harry Ciballo, Marcus Gilmore, and now Robert Bastian have each left their mark on this place. And long before any of them, there were visionaries who made the club possible. Names like DeHaas, Reynolds, Spear, Donkers, Shiras, Pierce, Jansen, Redmond, Peters, and E.A. McDonald helped lay the foundation for what would become a cornerstone of this community. The club itself has continued to evolve over decades. Courses expanded, clubhouses changed, traditions grew stronger. Yet through every chapter, the spirit of Marquette Golf Club has remained the same. The story is not simply about a golf course, it is about the people who have called this place home. Through the voices of its members, we reflect on the memories, friendships, and moments that have defined Marquette Golf Club for the last 100 years and continue to shape that future to this very day.
One thing I remember when I first started, and I had a few kids, and I would come up, and we used to do handicaps by hand. The ladies would write their name on a card, and then they put their rounds down on a card by score. And I would come in with my calculator once a week and sit down, and I'd take the best 10 scores out of the last 20, add them up, average them, and base 80% of that would be their handicap.
As a kid, we used to come out here. My parents both played golf. And so we were like my brothers and my sister were caddying for them and didn't really play much as a kid, but, walk the old course, rake the sand traps.
My earliest memories here, the clubhouse nor the pro shop, were completely different. The bar area was the champions room and part of the women's locker room.
For many families, summers in Marquette have always included the golf club. Golf has a unique way of bringing generations together. Grandparents, parents, children, all sharing the same fairways, the same stories, and the same love of the game. A putt made at just the right moment, a drive that finally finds the fairway, a first birdie circled on a scorecard. Simple moments, maybe, but the kind that stay with you forever.
Our family involvement began at the course when my husband was playing as a student golfer for Northern, and I was playing as a student here. We got married, and then not too long after that, he got on the board. And what this club has meant to our family is just opened it up to a whole universe of new friends.
So my parents, Paul and Jackie Specker, brought me up here to play golf. I grew up right over there on Specker Circle back when it was just woods. So parents didn't really have to bring us up. We would just walk with the neighborhood kids through the woods and up onto the golf course, and we could play, and we came up for junior golf, and it was wonderful.
Growing up here and around Marquette Golf Club has been incredible. My grandpa, Jerry Sondry, and my dad, Don, they got me into the game of golf and got me out here playing.
Last year, for sure, was my proudest. Being able to caddy for my son when he won the men's club championship was definitely my proudest moment. Seeing what he had accomplished was just amazing, and it meant the world to me to watch him do that.
Dad brought me out to the golf course probably for the first time, and immediately fell in love with the game. I learned a lot from him just by observations. Also, watching my mom. She's a very accomplished golfer as well. My dad, primarily, his abilities, his history, his knowledge, his love for the game was contagious for me.
Yeah, my dad definitely taught me the most about golf. My grandpa definitely helped too a lot, and my mom just playing. I just remember playing a lot of late night rounds just on Heritage, just a couple holes, just going out playing 10, 11, 12, whatever, just playing a couple holes.
My sister Kathy Cassidy, she's the one who taught me how to play golf. I was not a very good golfer where she was, so it was very frustrating, but we used to enjoy coming out together.
Who taught me how to play golf? My parents did. My parents were very athletic people, and when they moved up to Marquette at the end of, 1940s, one of the first things they did was join the golf course, and then my brothers and I subsequently came along, and we came out here with them.
Tradition, not something written down, but something passed along through stories, memories, and time spent together. It is found in the events that return each summer, the friendships built over decades, and the generations of families who continue to call this place home. Long after the round is over, those traditions are what keep people coming back.
And our tradition out here is the club tournament. All these years, it's been going on, and it continues to get bigger and bigger crowds and stuff like that. I've got friends that were not golfers that used to come out and watch me play. And that was like every day, every Labor Day weekend, that's what their whole life was set around, was coming out to watch the Marquette Golf Club Championship.
And my very favorite tradition in this club has always will be the club tournament, both the women's and the men. You get that shot of adrenaline, you're doing something different. It's so competitive, and it's just fun.
I remember the club championship back in the 60s when it was just 9 holes in Heritage. Played 18 holes, but 9-hole course. And there was a van from WDMJ Radio, and it followed the team or the players out in the course. And I remember coming up to the clubhouse after. It was just in a small room off here, and we would, in between the morning champ rounds and the afternoon rounds, come up for a Stewart sandwich in the old bar, have a Coke and stuff like that with my friends, and then go back out for the afternoon round. We used to have little coupons you would have tear off out of the book there for your sandwiches, Stewart sandwiches.
However, it is not just all popping champagne bottles and days spent enjoying the sunshine with friends. Behind everything this club has become are generations of people who gave their time, effort, and passion to something larger than themselves. People who laid the foundations, both literally and figuratively, for the things we enjoy most at Marquette Golf Club. Things have not quite always been so rosy. In the words of past President Bob Reka, one of the most challenging times was in 1983 when he was president, being handed a shoebox of the previous year's unpaid bills. At the time, the golf club wasn't allowed to spend $1,000 without the bank's approval. The work of staff, members, and board members often flies under the radar, but at times, the future of the club was very uncertain.
I spent some time on the board here.
2 years, actually, in the late 80s and early 90s, 2 terms as the president of the board. Two of the memorable things that I think happened during that time with my fellow board members is, number one, we bought the property that Gray Walls is sitting on right now. At the time, we were debt-free. The idea of building another 18-hole golf course there was, of course, a possibility that we thought of. And actually, my last year as the president here, we brought up the first proposal for Gray Walls.
Yeah, when I think about who made all of this possible, I mean, first of all, the obvious answer is the staff. Now that I'm on the board, I can really see how dedicated our staff is. I mean, that just hopefully goes without saying. They're incredible, and the hours they put in. But then it's the members. I mean, whether they're on a committee or serving on the board or just volunteering, the members do an incredible amount of work here to keep this place going. And there's that old cliche about, donating time, talent, and treasure. And our members just consistently come through with all three. It's hardworking staff and volunteers, and they're just doing everything they can to keep this place going. And it's just fantastic because, it's 100 years later now, and this club is still here, and it's stronger than ever, and we are poised really well for the next 100 years.
I don't think we would be in this position today if it weren't for board members, such as my brother Jim Scully and Earl Hahn. These people had the vision to purchase the property out back. They could see it. It was a tough sell because it was a lot of money and a lot of hard work. But I don't think we'd be where we are today without their visions.
For years, the idea of a second course lived only in conversation. But after the recent success of the Heritage Course and the club as a whole, a handful of people began to believe that something even greater was possible. A vision that would eventually become Gray Walls.
I love that course. I think that course has done nothing but make my game better because it demands certain kinds of shots that you have to have. And, I've worked on them, and I feel like I can get around that course real well.
When Gray Walls first opened, it was a beautiful golf course, and I couldn't wait to play the golf course. The first couple of times I played it, it was a love-hate thing I had with it, until, like most people that play it, understand that you have to play it a certain way. There is holes that you can go after, holes you can't go after. I had an awful lot of people come into town, and I'd bring them out here, and we'd play Gray Walls, and a lot of the comments were the same. They get all done, and they go, my God, it's 18 of the most beautiful golf holes you ever wanted to see, but boy, is it hard. But that's Gray Walls.
Gray Walls, beginning. The board of directors had set out to hire a golf course architect. And our goal was to hire some architect that was unique. And Mike DeVries statistically came out the best. We got Mike before he was too good, too expensive, if you will. And you just see his work now in Australia and etc., and you are just simply amazed. And so I think we picked the right person at the right time to give us something very unique. And I think it was his creativity that made Gray Walls what Gray Walls is today.
We are blessed to have some incredible staff around this place. Also, many former staff who are still members, which shows we are worth sticking around for. However, like any good workplace, it's important to have some fun as well as hard work.
I remember my first shift at Marquette Golf Club extremely well. I was 15, 16 years old. I was in high school, came out here on a Friday night to work. It was in the fall, cold, rainy. I was sent out on the driving range to go ahead and start picking the range in the range carts, and eventually got it stuck. A couple of coworkers tried to come and help get it unstuck. We were unsuccessful with that attempt. So we had to then pick the range by hand the rest of the evening. And I'm sure that very next morning, Craig had to come and get the range cart unstuck. So all these years later, sorry about that one, Craig.
Working here for as many years as I did as a young man brought a lot of different experiences, but one story that stuck out with me, and I think one that amazed my coworker at the time too, Dennis Rushka and I were young kids, and when Mark came in and took over, he hired us on to do the driving range. And so nightly shifts on the driving range, a lot of work. It was great when the cart was working, not so great when the range picker was not working. One such night when that happened, we were out late, kind of a foggy, dark night, and we're picking them by hand with shag bags, and our dads came out to help us. We were fortunate both of us lived very near the golf course, so all of a sudden they came out and they were willing to help us finish up. And at one point we had to carry the buckets up, and Dennis was pretty small still then at that point, and so his father and I grabbed one of the big garbage pails and started heading up to the shop. And to our amazement, my dad reached over, picked up a garbage-sized bin of golf balls and hoisted it up on his shoulder and walked about 200 yards with the thing up to the pro shop. And to this day, Dennis and I still talk about it once in a while, just amazed at the feat of strength picking it up like that. I don't know if he was showing off or just wanted to get it over with, but it was amazing. No two people experience Marquette Golf Club in exactly the same way. Yet somehow, the memories often feel similar. Time spent with friends, laughter in the clubhouse, moments on the golf course that stay with you for a lifetime. There is something about a golf club that brings people together.
Last summer, one of my favorite memories was when Nick got his hole-in-one on Gray Walls on number 3. And we were playing with two ladies we had never met before. And they were just delightful. And they were so excited. But it was really fun. It was we played 18 holes. It was absolutely a great round of golf. And those ladies couldn't have been nicer.
I'm probably the most thankful for is just the camaraderie. All of us grouping together, playing with different people, having friends from out of town come in and play in our best ball. And those are friends that you made during the course of your playing days. And those friendships still go on.
We played a match against Gwynn, and I think the kid's name was Fred Erickson. I played. He made a hole-in-one on number 5 in our match. And then he made a hole-in-one on number 7 in our match. And I think that, that's probably one of the most unusual things I'd ever remember about golf. I've never really heard about that happening a lot anywhere.
The moment that stands out to me the most on the golf course would be Labor Day weekend specifically. I had the fortunate enough to have won the club championship numerous times. Very proud of those moments.
Marquette Golf Club has always been like a second home to me. We've made many friendships over the years, and we are so excited to celebrate the 100 years with our friends, family, members.
Some of my favorite things about this place, I think it's our traditions. Growing up here, we still have some of the same ones. Club championship weekend, whether it's the men or the women, you got a bunch of people out there. They're all gathered around. They're all watching. And some years it's some of the same people, like Porky Koski never missed one. He was out there all the time. Now it's Linda Hickey. We call her super fan. It could be snowing. It could be anything. And she's out there watching, and it's just so much fun. And then after the men's club championship, they're spraying the champagne and shooting the corks over the roof, and the guys are drinking out of it. One of the newer ones that I like, I'm sure Craig doesn't, I know he doesn't, sorry Craig, is the ball drop during the men's club championship. People can't be following along in their carts on 4 and 5, so everybody goes up to the top of number 6, and usually like Mikey Marietta and Scott Koski have this little ball drop, and everybody tries to they stand up on the top of 6 Cliff and try to get the ball closest to the pin for $1.
As we can see, this club means something different to everybody. History, tradition, family, legacy, friends, and we hope to keep that going well into the next 100 years. We have a lot more golf to play and a lot more memories to make.